What's up, Internet? We are here with day one of Bomber Week 2018, where we're going to go and play through Bomberman Jetters, ideally a world every day for like the next week. I don't have the biggest amount of history with this game, but from what I remember, it's not the best. I did mention this in sort of like the preamble where we were testing out stuff yesterday for grabbing footage for the review, and I remember renting this once, and I remember it not being good. Now, part of the reason I remember it not being good is because when I rented it, for whatever reason, even though it could save data, it could not read saved data off a cartridge for some reason, off the memory card, so that was weird. But I remember also playing Bomberman Generation, the game we did last year, and I remember that game being better. And having played Bomberman Generation last year, that game is atrocious. So I'm a little bit worried, honestly. But this is the Bomberman game based off the Bomberman anime. I don't think very many people actually watched. I did. And I'm pretty sure the English version took out the actual soundtrack. By Hudson Soft! Because it's by Hudson Soft. I missed that soundbite. But if I recall, yeah, this is absolutely not the Bomberman Jetters theme song. There was lyrics to that theme song, but they're still using the same intro as the anime for reasons. This is already a great localization job right here. I think they got the same voice actress to play Bomberman again, which is marginally terrifying. But she doesn't have that weird scarf anymore, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm just singing the Japanese anime theme in my head right now. Go watch the actual anime. It was entertaining. I'm not gonna say it was good, but it was at the very least entertaining. These are all characters that are, from what I remember, not remotely involved with the game, but it is the anime, so we have to show them all off. There's Max, who has a weird relationship with Bomberman, especially in the context of the anime. Well, we'll get to that when he becomes relevant, because I think he is actually a playable character in this game. But all these other characters are not remotely relevant in the game at all. What this opening is basically telling you is go watch the anime that was at least kind of entertaining and had a completely different soundtrack. Oh god, yep, it's the same voice actress. I haven't played Bomberman Generation for a year, but I still remember that voice actress. And how she wasn't that great. Okay, this game saves automatically. Now the question is, does it read save data automatically? I hope so, because I don't want to have to do this in one sitting. Alright, so we're just going to go through there.
And now Bomberman and his gang will become space dust.
Okay, guys, don't make any blunders.
That's not what they say, damn it.
White Bomber, I'm sorry, but there's an emergency assignment. There's an unknown planet heading for Planet Bomber.
Oh, the voice acting.
On our way there now.
We'll keep in contact. Good luck.
Be careful.
Oh, the voice acting. I don't know how I'm supposed to take this game seriously after that. But, yes, if I recall, we have to destroy the 4 jet engines on this planet before it crashes into Planet Bomber. Because plot.
Those rockets aren't destroyed. The Dark Star will crash into Planet Bomber and pulverize it. What? Oh.
This time I can't forgive the Iggy Bandits for what they're doing.
Okay. Now, this is weird. In the context of the games, Max is Bomberman's ally, but in the context of the anime, he's actually the main villain, more or less. Now, the weird thing is, there's actually a visual difference between the two. In the anime, he had red eyes, like he does in this game, thus proving he's the enemy. Whereas in the actual games, he had blue eyes to sort of simulate the fact he was good, I guess. It was weird they recontextualized him as a villain in the first place, but yeah. He's the villain in this game, but also your ally, but the villain model. They did that in Generation 2, which was weird. He had even less of a reason to be in Generation, though. Here, at least, they're trying to kind of tie it to the anime, I guess.
It's me, Dr. Ein. It seems that you have made
the
it
voice
safe
acting
to the
and the
Dark
head
Star.
bobbing as
At
I
all costs,
acknowledge my
you must
wristwatch,
stop the
like the
gigantic
previous
One
game.
Vengeance in order to protect Planet Bomber.
I miss the N64 games.
White Bomber, you only have to carry on until we get there. Until then, cooperate with Max, and good luck.
Yeah, team up with your mortal enemy.
Leave it up to me.
Oh, the voice acting. Okay. And you absolutely need voice acting for every single power-up you get, because reasons. Now that was one thing Generation got, and I think this game did as well, was it did have sort of a little bit of creativity in the fact that its levels weren't entirely awful. Oh yeah, and we have to feed Charabons and stuff. I remember this game now. I only played it once, but I remember it.
Looking all around you will prove to be helpful.
I like how that... Also, did they... That's either an exclamation point or they misspelled helpful. But they cut all the music for voice acting, which is great. Okay, I'm looking all around. Is it being helpful yet, game? I think I'm supposed to... Ah, I can just inherently throw bombs. Okay. Once again, you can pump bombs like the N64 games that were really, really good. But I think in these games they're not really all that effective. And I mean, Bomberman Generations was a perfect example of the fact that Bomberman 64 The Second Attack, my favorite Bomberman game, you can have all the more or less same trappings that that game had and still do it wrong. So as great a game as that was, you can still not do it right. Let's blow that up. Heart! Okay, can I go back? No, I can't, so... Hopefully we don't need to go backwards. But we probably will.
Use a big bomb to move big objects. You can make a big bomb by lifting a bomb over your head.
Oh, this is definitely like Generations. I don't care for that much. But, you know, at least it's got some charms to it. I mean, the nice thing is, if you like this game, you'll definitely like Bomberman Generations. For all of its awkwardness. Because it does feel very similar. Alright. Let's blow some stuff up. I don't know if I can blow this up, but let's find out. Or we can throw it in the water and just ignore it, whatever. I could do without the squeaky sounds. And their base turns onto a squid on a stick, it looks like.
There are many Carabombs within the Dark Star. Carabombs have various abilities and will help you in times of trouble. Be sure to look for them.
Way to paste the text there, guys. Alright. I do appreciate that you have more than one heart, though. Like, I do not care much for the you die instantly approach to game design Bomberman likes so much. So base is turned into food, I guess.
Sharkin.
Is that a euphemism? Also, I appreciate how the enemies are not stopped by time stop. Oh, the squeakiness. Gotta go rescue Sharkin. Which I think is the first time Pommy was not the starter Charabon. Which was weird.
It's Sharkin. You'll be able to move over water.
Hooray. I do actually kind of appreciate that Charabons
Sharkin!
actually have some value in terms of, like, environmental puzzles and stuff. And you can actually evolve them by feeding them food. It just takes forever. But unlike, say, Bomberman Second Attack, where there was an evolution tree, it's literally just you evolve by feeding X amount and you're good.
Banana! Strawberry!
And like everything else in this game, there's going to be voice acting to tell you when you pick up a banana. The differences between these, if I recall, are just how much you feed your Charabon, with watermelons being the best and like bananas being the weakest.
The items around here are food for the Carabombs. When you take the food, the Carabomb you are equipped with grows.
I already covered that. I think there's heart upgrades like Generation as well. This is basically just a different take on Bomberman Generation. Or rather, I think Generation came after Jetters, but... Actually, I'm not sure. But they were very, very functionally similar games from what I remember. Let's not get murdered by a star if we can help it.
Banana! Fire up!
We need to level up Sharkin. He's not as cool as Pommy, and Pommy's, from what I recall, kind of worthless in this game, which sucks. Gone are the days when he was player 2 and awesome. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, it's been a year since I've had to do a Bomberman marathon, and I still remember Bomberman Jetters pretty well. Or Bomberman Generation. I guess that just speaks to how much that scarred me with its terrible mini-games and stuff. I think this game had elemental bombs for puzzle solving as well, which was kind of cool, though. That guy is stuck. Let's help him out. I do like the screaming of the Higgy robot guys. See, that's actually true to the anime. That's basically all they could say was their name. I'll take that heart. Whoops. I do not care much for your ability to drain both my abilities and health, enemy. At least I can grab the heart. Now, like pretty much every Bomberman on the N64, this game, as I understand, actually does feature a secret hidden final world that you have to do some arcane nonsense to unlock. I believe in this game it's just a matter of getting like some special conditions met on every boss fight, so if we don't get them inherently, I'll see if I can get them on my own time and see if we can do the extra level before this is all over. No guarantees. I'm very much inciting the Rainbow Palace clause from Bomberman 64. No thank you. I don't want to have to go through and unlock all the gold cards in that game.
Be careful! The area boss is approaching!
Ooh, area boss. I think I see him. Now, the question is, where does this game handle checkpoints if we were to, say, die on this boss? Also, nice interlacing. I do appreciate that you can at least clock the bosses. And if this is anything like Generations, which it kind of sort of feels like, but, you know, I'm appreciating that the bosses at least seem to be a little bit easier. Granted, this is the first level, of course. But Generations had some stupid bosses. Don't even get me started on, like, Magician Bomber. Alright. There was a thing over here. Let's see if it had a permanent health power-up or something actually useful. Heal. Good enough. And of course, we could backtrack, get a bunch of more power-ups and grind to level up our Charabons, but no thank you. Alright. I think each world has like 4 levels or something like that. Which means that each world should, if they're averaging about 15 minutes each, should be about an hour, I would think. Although, one of them is obviously also just going to be a bomber fight. As they always are. And I think the bomber fights are the ones that have, like, the special conditions you need to fulfill to unlock the final area.
The enemy is getting stronger and stronger. Be careful.
That is voice acting by someone's definition. Not mine, but, I need something to get up there. I like that I can carry a bomb on a little shark guy. That's kind of cool. Okay, so how am I supposed to, like, I don't think there's as much, like, arcane bomb jumping as second attack had, or the original had. So how the hell am I supposed to get that? Like, are they just there for set dressing? Because it doesn't seem like there's any way to go after it. It's just sort of there. Maybe it requires a bomb power-up I haven't unlocked yet. Banana! I do like that banana sound effect, I don't know why. Like, of all the voice clips, Bomberman yelling banana. There's something I like about that. Alright, can I blow those up? And also, can I blow those up?
Try stepping on the green switches.
No kidding. Alright. I don't like how, like, overly sensitive the camera controls are. Generation was like that a lot, too. Throw bombs on the yellow switches.
Place a bomb on the yellow switches.
Thank you, shout. Oh, the squeaky lip sounds. I'm reminded of all the worms from Viva Pinata. I'm gonna play Viva Pinata again. That game is awesome. Wildly underrated. Eat a pumped bomb. Well done. Huh, I can actually drop bombs underwater, I guess. That's actually kind of a neat trick. I'm not sure how useful that'll be, but neat. And throw. Drop. Alright, now it gets a little bit more open exploration. If I recall, there's sort of lots of little areas like this where you can explore with your Charabons and find like other Charabons and secrets and stuff. And they're not all useful or necessary, but I think there was something over there I wanted. It's some kind of card. Just let me get the thing. Ah! Collision detection, you're not helping me. Okay. I guess I got a Higgy Higgy card yellow. That's right, you can unlock all the different permutations of a Higgy Higgy Bandit in multiplayer, if I recall, if you collect all this stuff. I remember playing with the sound effects, and there's like 1,000,001 different sound effects for these guys. Even though they were all just like yelling their names. I don't know why that stuck in my head so much. Hooray!
It's grown up to level 2.
Now he's part submarine, as sharks tend to transform into.
I need you. Sharkin!
I don't have any other options. Let's go. Now we can go up waterfalls. Go up this one! That doesn't classify as a waterfall, I guess. Nor those. I think this is where we entered. This is not where we entered.
Depending on where you blast the boulder, it will roll in different directions.
That is actually useful information. So one will go that way, the other will go that way, I'm guessing. Unfortunately, we can't really get much of a bead on where it would be ideal. I guess that's wherever that's going to blow it up to. Oh god, out of bombs. No, I want the power-ups. Kick. Oh hey, there's a guy over here. Let's blow that up. And those boxes remained unblown up, so you can't blow up these boxes. Okay, I can't go through there. But there's a thing I want to. Oh. Could be I need a certain type of bomb to make that work, I guess. I think there are remote control bombs or something like that. I'm gonna pretend I've read the manual. I don't think my copy came with one. I wonder if we hit this with another explosive, will it just rock back to place? Yes, it does. In fact, it overachieved. Good job, you saved me time. Oh, this squeaking! You silly worlums, don't get eaten by sparrow mints. Hey, a shovel. Can I blow that up, or at least steal the shovel? Make shovel bombs. No. Missed opportunity.
Blast the red switches.
Got it. I mean, there's not much else I can do with it being over there, but okay. Let's not get creamed by a giant star if we can help it. Alright. So right now we're basically just exploring and gathering power-ups and finding secrets, I guess. Do appreciate the different little filigree statues. Where does this go? Goes over here. So where is over here, though? Ah, we've already been here. Okay, so we've been here. I think here is where the card was. Just want to see if we've missed anything. I don't think we've been over here. We have very much not been here. Will that hit that switch? Yes, it is going to hit that switch. This feels like one of those things that'll be like a secret thing. So now you gotta go around and find a way to get to the bridge to get the soft block, which would be an exorbitant amount of effort for just a simple power-up. So I think it's gonna be more of a special type of thing. Oh, hey, we made a little bridge. Cool. Now, I think The bridge was connected to this up here. Yeah, it was. So how do we get up there? That's what we're all asking, and I am unsure of this yet. But it looks like there's another bridge and a little, one of these telepod things. Oh, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive, I suppose. Permanent life up. Very much love those. Alright. So where have we not been yet? Because this is where that card was. It's that stupid fish I kept trying to blow up. Finally blew him up. Go team, we made some progress. I hear squeaking of Whirlums again. Alright. That's what led us up to that thing. Have we been here yet? Nope, this looks new. And that star trying to murder us just affirmed my belief this is in fact a new area. Alright. And that should create a bridge for us. Alright. Making some progress. Erg. There we go. Alright, we got some speed up, some bomb up. And some more soft blocks. For more fun. And more bananas. And we're still finding new areas, so we're not exactly lost yet. Okay, that's where we gotta exit. You explode. This looks highly explodable. But there's a button over there. Okay, that was like half of what we needed to happen, though. Is this readily explodable? Nope. And I think we can just make that. Not quite as bad as it was in Bomberman's second attack, that's for sure. Alright, and it looks like there's nothing else over here, so we should just be able to leave without missing anything too big. Onward, shark submarine thing. Okay. The resident bomber of the area. Production value.
I am the ever-charming Mermaid Bomber! See how swiftly I can destroy you!
Charming indeed.
Here's a mermaid bomb!
Now you can kind of see at the bottom there's like two cards. Those I believe are what you need in order to... And we just got one. Now, these cards are used to unlock, like, the secret final area, and I think in order to get all of them, you have to take the enemy out in a certain period of time. I think it's something like 2 minutes. which means that we're probably not going to get it here.
Here's a mermaid bomb.
And this is one of those things where the bigger bomb is definitely going to do a lot more damage, but you gotta kind of trap her and get her hit with it. But that does twice as much damage as a standard attack.
Here's a mermaid bomb.
Okay, so you're going that way. Yeah, we're not going to make 2 minutes, so I'll try and clean up this fight on my off time. I'm not sure if you have to necessarily get both at the same time. Like, if we got one right now, and then we got one later, if we'd be able to simply have that count, or if we have to actively get both during the same fight. Why does every Bomberman game need, like, one character that's, like, just completely the girl? Like, I'm not opposed to having a girl Bomberman character, but give them at least a little bit more personality other than we're the girl character. That was the problem with Second Attack's characters. It's like, their characters were just so overtly not interesting, and, like, they reused every character's personality traits.
Are you okay, White Bomber? It seems that you require more training. It may be a good idea for you to return
No.
to Bomberman.
I'm not going to need more training, thank you. But that's kind of the thing I think about Bomberman, is they just... very rarely did they ever actually, like, give their characters characters. And to be fair, it's based off the fact that they're just multiplayer skins, more or less. Okay, now see, that's absolutely what we needed to do. Come on. Alright, come on. I mean, at least Bomberman Second Attack gave you a couple of cutscenes to establish a character and that all your enemies were kind of unlikable. Whereas these, they don't really even give you that, which is kind of sad. That said, the Bomberman 64 games were probably the best ones in terms of characterization as well. That was actually not too bad, so her bombs blow mine up. Okay, I can make use of that. Like that. And then it's just a matter of not getting Alright. Okay. Come on, blow up. Ah, one more. There's 2 minutes. Hey, we did get the other lightning card. Awesome. You weren't that charming, lady.
It's sparking. He'll shock opponents in the water.
He's basically the toaster that you drop in the bathtub of all your enemies. Although that said, I mean, movement is better than actually doing damage, I think, in this game, so I'd prefer to just stick with our little shark friend right now, because Shark Submarine is awesome. Okay. This, I think, is the last level of the area.
Watch the flow of the water when you cross.
Not a big fan of the fact every level seems to have the same song. Like, I get that's probably just like an area thing, so in every world it'll have its own unique theme, but it's a lot of reused assets. Huh. There's a map. So, what do I... Like, I'm just looking down in the corner and it's got, like, arrows pointing to our other Chara bonds. How do we swap them? Oh, okay. That's cool. That is just X button. But I will keep leveling Sharkin up just by virtue of the fact he seems like he'll be more useful for finding secrets and stuff. Whereas dealing damage to our opponents in water is not really all that useful and seems more situational than anything. Heart. Can I blow this up? Can I blow this up? Now it's probably a locked door and I need to find a switch. And you're not going to drop anything for me. Okay, I can blow this up though. And that goes somewhere. Although that might be a one-way trip. So we'll ignore that for the moment. That way's blocked. What's over here? Ah, the stock sound effects. They were working with a sound library when they made this game, clearly. I do like that it is at least kind of reminiscent of the Bomberman 64 games. That makes me happy. I'm not sure I'd say this comes close to them in terms of quality, but I do appreciate that enemies seem to actually, like, freak out when you take damage, though. It's like, aha. Boom, you're dead. Okay. So, let's get the camera straight. There we go. Fire up. That's a lot of effort for one soft block. Hard up. Worth it. To say anything like Generation, we're going to need as many of those hard ups as we possibly can get, and I'm going to end up missing about 90% of them. Oh, hey, it's not a one-way trip sort of thing. That's kind of cool. That's a bit of a weird camera. Hey, there we go. Sharkin leveled again.
It's grown up to level 3. Its ability is now at its maximum level.
Now he's part stingray submarine shark thing, I guess? Okay. Well, now that you're done, I guess I'll swap to the next guy. Level him up a bit. Still haven't found that. I wonder. However. I thought those arrows might be indicating something. I'm not sure they are now. I've been this way. Hit the switch over there. That was just a heart, so yeah, it's gotta be something over here we're missing. Something up there. Oh, that looked like a door. Also, one-way path. Also, electric bombs, kind of.
Beware of the spinning fans.
They probably affect the way your bombs operate as well. I'm not sure this is where we wanted to go, Shout, but we're out over here now.
Flow of water with a big bomb.
Okay, I'm not sure necessarily if it's because I'm playing with headphones on, but that audio is really peaking in my ears. It's definitely not a good sounding audio clip. Sounds like their recording equipment might have been a little bit less than ideal. Alright, now is that stopped permanently, or is it going to go again? So it looks like it's still going. So I want to go this way. No, I want to go the other way. Or do I need a special bomb for that too? Oh, good. This is... Well, let's test this out again. Because I want to go to grab that. Okay, so we're okay here. We're okay. Once we get to that intersection, though, something takes over. So it could be a thing where we have to destroy something before we can access that soft block. Kind of like this fan over here, I think is what's... Well, we can't seem to destroy that one. Alright. That's a much better Charbon.
He'll lessen the damage done to you.
Now, see, that's actually useful.
I need you. Come in.
Now, okay, that's kind of interesting. You can shuffle between all of them, as opposed to having like one or two you can shuffle between. I imagine once you build up your Charbon roster, that'll get a little bit convoluted and obnoxious. And that's probably when you'll want to use the menu, even though it'll be slower. Ouch. Oh, so there's a big, ugly crab down there. Okay. Now, I will point out at this point I have a giant shark stingray submarine that's supposed to swim very fast in water, so I should theoretically be able to ignore all this nonsense. Just a personal note to the developers, who are very much still around because Hudson Soft hasn't been eaten by anyone or anything, except they have been. Alas, poor Hudson Soft. And the giant glut that is Konami, which is definitely underutilizing your talents. Just blow that up. I want bananas! Bananas. I'm not going to be able to get all of them. Ah, I need to level up Kaiman. The manliest of all Kais. Because he lessens damage, and that's actually a functionally useful thing to me. I don't think Generation had anything like that that reduced damage. So, you know, if nothing else, this is better in that regard. Better survivability.
Destroy the fan with good timing.
I see. You know, if I had a remote bomb, this wouldn't be a problem. Now, if I recall... You can just swap to max at any point. Now, if I recall, this is also basically pointless. You can throw a bigger bomb like Bomberman, but it's basically the same. And he's got like a crazy interdimensional space bomb. That's kind of a neat, I think it kind of functions as a screen clear. It takes out any enemy that's on screen. Now the downside is you can't use your Charbon, so he's basically worthless. So we will probably not be using him as much as the game would probably like us to. but it's a feature. You wanna play a good Bomberman game that has Max in it, go play Bomberman Max. It got a sequel. Bananas? Awesome. Whee! Alright. And more bananas. Speed up. I don't need it, but I'll collect it anyway, because it's there. And strawberries.
Be careful! The area boss is approaching.
Yes, it's that giant crab. I mean, on the bright side, the bosses thus far don't seem to be half as bad as Generations bosses, so that's a plus, certainly. Seem to be a lot more manageable. I'm having nightmares of Generation bosses now. There's a terrible one in the Ice World that just, like, had giant room-clearing attacks. And Magician Bomber, who was the worst. Uh-oh. I think I got attacked by my own bombs there, too. Oh, come on, guy. Don't be like that. Come on. Kaiman. Oh. Does that thing have a giant nail in its shell? Is that some kind of like water cannon spout or something? Hey, hearts. Yeah, you really gotta like clock him with it if you want to stop him in his tracks. Well, not the most difficult boss ever. That move's a little annoying though. But fortunately we have Kaiman to rescue us. There. I will do this the long way and take one mini heart off at a time if I have to. Well, at least it's giving us time to get away. Come on. I'm clearly hitting you before you're getting into your shelf. This is just obnoxious little shenanigans there. You're dead. Anyone up for a clam bake? Alright. That's done. Oh, we got one more level. I thought there were only 4. Okay. Let's keep going. Anytime, loading screen.
That's the enemy's laboratory. Head for the elevator in the center of the room.
Can do, shout. Hey, new sound. I think the next world is like the grass world. I think I got there, but again, you can only get so far without being able to save and come back later. So I think that's kind of where I stopped when I originally played this. I think I got Pommy at one point. And there's like a level with a hedge maze. They're R&D researcher Higgy Higgies. Nothing over here. Oh, the Goofy running around. More bananas. He just throws clipboard at us. Inventive, I'll give him that. But also dead. Where are these stars coming from? There we go. That looks like a thing I can blow up. Let's try this again. Maybe I need a bigger explosive. That seemed to do not a thing. Gotta admit, the camera could use some work in these close quarters areas. Generations had that problem too, though. Could be we need a thing before we can continue.
Find the 4 switches to move the elevator.
Got it. Ow. We moved it a tiny little fraction. Now do it 3 more times.
You'd better leave that up to Max.
Spoilers, his one secret ability. It's all you can do on this guy to open this door. And this is how they justify the second character that is objectively worse than Bomberman. Awesome. And now he kind of stops being useful because, again, he can't use Charabons, and therefore he's less effective in pretty much every respect. Which sucks, because he's a way cooler character. Pinwheel. And we need that to make a bomb at the Bomber Laboratory thing. Now, I will give this game this credit over Generations. You don't have to do stupid, really poorly made mini-games in order to get bomb components. That's really bad voice acting. Magic little spaceship laboratory, go!
This is the bomb launch device. This is where new bombs can be created by combining the firebomb with bomb launch items. All right then, shall we start?
Yes. Let us start. You get a pinwheel taped to a firebomb. Go team!
The hurricane bomb has been completed. The hurricane bomb. This bomb can repel the attacks of enemies. It's very useful.
In an earlier life, you got this bomb by defeating a knight and collecting an awesome piece of jade.
Put the bomb launch device there later. Goodbye.
In this game, you have to listen to that nonsense. But now we can at least use this. I think this is what we need for this thing. Or possibly not, I'm not sure. Or just, you know, throw something at it. Sure, why not? Sometimes you just have to brute force puzzles, I guess. Granted, in a Bomberman game, that would normally mean blowing things up, but sure, why not? Your clipboards do nothing compared to my awesome wind powers, I guess, because it repels attacks. But it doesn't send me across the room, and therefore loses a lot of potential for puzzle solving. This feels like where you'd fight an enemy. Hey, enemies! That's a lot of enemies. I'm noticing a lack of being able to drop more than one bomb. That's more obnoxious than anything. That guy didn't die, did he? Erg. So when I said erg, I meant erg. And now you're dead. Okay. See, it'd be useful if you could drop more than one bomb, or it had, like, some puzzle potential or something. But as it says, you can only drop one, which really limits what you can do with it. Which means we're probably going to go back to good old fire bombs, just because I can deploy more than one at once. This is a point where we need Sharkin. Except not really. Actually, I think Sharkin's kind of a bad example of the Charbons evolving. Again, based on what I've played of this game back in the day, because Sharkin's first evolution gives you, like, new potentials for what you can do with it and, like, where you can explore, but after that it's just sort of like a pointless upgrade. And, like, after that, pretty much all the Charbons don't really seem to have many super effective upgrades that just sort of change how you approach the world and how you explore it. And that seems like a missed opportunity to me. Did I somehow hit a button while I was doing that? I guess I did. Alright. Oh, and I was about to praise this game for letting me save some time. And it made me do that. We've been through there. Okay. A puzzle? In a Bomberman game? That's impossible. Not even really a puzzle, it's just a very simple thing, but still, appreciate it. Do not appreciate taking damage there, though. And the camera and the walls getting in the way. So I know there's an enemy down there. Don't know if I got him. Nope. Come on, just blow up. It's a Bomberman game. It's a thing that's normal for everything at this point. You should be blowing up. Just act like a thing in Bomberman, damn it, you stupid fish. Alright. Whoa! It's weird they seem to, like, if you don't kick bombs at them, they seem to be able to almost go through some of them. Although that might be a thing of, like, just the collision on the bombs being a little bit smaller than the actual model. I could see that being the case. I think we missed something. I might go back and see what, 'cause I think we took an alternate path. Ouch. Hey! His portrait looks a little bit more macho, I guess. So now we specifically lose less health when we fight enemies, I guess? That's kind of cool. I mean, the first one just seemed to be net damage. I mean, if we're starting to specialize, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Got a heart. Kick that at you. I don't know if we have to wait for that to open to damage it, but it feels really like that would be the case. Strawberries. So Kaiman seems like he'll be like the most useful of all the Charabons, just in general. By virtue of the fact he just reduces damage, that seems really useful. That might be a one-way route, so I'm gonna go back and see what that area we missed was. Backtracking! Still probably not as bad as second attack. But I love that game. Oh, so much. I wonder. Because we can go against waterfalls. Okay, so we absolutely need to upgrade this guy at this point, or we would have been stuck. So when you drop a bomb, you cannot swap your Charabons. This likely means that there's at least certain Charabons that affect bombs in some way, shape, or form. I've unlocked the way to the end, but there was still that alternate path that we kind of backtracked upon. Because I thought that was the main path, so let's figure out where that goes. Wet and Wild. Bananas. I think that just opened the door back up. Oh! Okay, but I think there was still something over there we wanted to see. So, triple backtracking, and that guy's walking on water. Not sure what that means, but it means they're certainly magical beings, these Higgy bandits. Nope, there really is nothing over here. Okay. I just wasted time, I apologize. Is there anything around here that we might miss if we hop straight in the elevator? Nope. Alright, let's go. It's like the freaking out scientist in the background just flailing his arms in terror. The water engine. Ooh, more production value. That means a boss. Although every level seems to have a boss except for that last one. It's a giant turtle. It's a snake turtle. Hmm.
The hurricane bomb will be more effective.
That is not that character's voice. I'm noticing no lightning cards this time around, so I'm guessing it's just the bombers you have to worry about. How is it more effective exactly? Because having less bombs seems like that's not useful in this situation. Birdie. Well, there we go. We at least damaged the guy. That's probably why it would be useful. Try and hit those projectiles. But given that we have no remotes, and thus far I'm not even sure remotes are even in this game, I'm not sure there's really much use in trying to rely on these to deflect projectiles. Two more. Ow. No, what's obnoxious about this, we can't run into the center. So we just sort of have to hope he doesn't decide to take the fastest route to come after us. Alright, one more. I appreciate the creativity in the boss, at least. And, I mean, it's a hell of a lot easier than the generation bosses thus far. Although I'm pretty sure they understood that the generation bosses were kind of bad, and if you took long enough, Max would just show up out of nowhere and, like, take half the boss's health away. Because that's how you properly balance something. Ow. Ow. Oh, come on, run. Let's go, Shirobon. There's the guy's face. Am I supposed to attack its tail on this one? Like, I see his head's up there, but... Okay. Doesn't look like we can reach this head. Let's try going for the tail. I would very much love to be able to drop more than one bomb. Or he could eat it. Huh. Okay. That's a solution, I suppose. Yeah, this boss is actually a lot of fun comparatively to pretty much anything from Generations. I'm not necessarily sold on the rest of the game, but at least the bosses are a little bit better designed. And that should kill you. Hooray!
You did it! Hurry and stop the engine by pressing the switch.
That's the proper inflection for that statement. Awesome, now just do that a bunch more times and you're good to go. I kind of wish they used the Bomberman hero sound effect of that, but, you know, we did in fact do it. So now we've unlocked Green World, which will be like the next world we'll tackle, which will be tomorrow. Day 2 of Bomber Week. Hopefully this thing will save, or else we're going to be doing this all over again tomorrow, I guess. I really don't want to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, follow the Twitch channel so you can see more of this when it happens tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more awesome stuff by me. And if you really want to make my day, hit up my Patreon, help support the show that way. And you'll get yourself on the Patreon supporters Discord where we can discuss how this might actually be better than Bomberman Generations. I'm not entirely sold on that fact, but at least the bosses have piqued my interest a little bit more. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of Bomber Week. And until then, peace out, Internet.